Alrighty, y'all, we are back. I'm not sure how far the guys got yesterday, so I'm walking up here just to get a little peek at it. Where we moved a bunch of this dirt right here is still moist, so that is good. The moisture's staying out here, which means we can do some more earthwork, and it's all gonna compact really well. So let's just take a little peek into the guest house backyard here, and it looks like they brown coated all of it on the inside here. They're not coming back today, they're actually coming back tomorrow to brown coat the rest, and then we're gonna start doing the color coat. But in the meantime, a lot of you guys like the ranch videos, and I don't know if I've ever showed like too much of the day-to-day of what the happenings are at the ranch here, so I'm just gonna give you guys a day of what some ranch maintenance looks like, and we're gonna jump on that right now. But as you guys can see, owning a ranch, there's a lot to do, and there's just always a mess, is what I feel like, to clean up. The tree falls over, you gotta clean all this up, but you can't just like, nothing's quick. It's not just like grab a couple things, throw them in a trash can, and then wait till you see the mess down here. So under our big covered patio, the covered patio is all the way around the house, which is really freaking nice. However, it is also the sanctuary for the donkeys when it rains. And well, when they all park right here and they literally line up like they're a bunch of Harleys outside of a biker bar, they also just stand here and poop. And then they stomp in it and then they smush it all around. And they're usually stressed because of the rain and the storm. So their poop's usually not the most solid of poops. So it just becomes this big mess, and unfortunately that's at the front of the house there. My long-term plan is the house is gonna get completely separated from the rest of the property, right? We're gonna fence this entire thing off or block wall it off, I'm not sure. The quotes I got for fences were absurd, to where like I could do it for block work cheaper, and then it's a wall that's gonna last forever versus a fence that's gonna last like 10 to 15 years. Now I've got the mini truck warmed up here. We still have the concrete mixer on the back from when James borrowed it. So we're gonna go set this somewhere because we need to use the mini truck to do a bunch of cleanup in the backyard as well as the front here. And then I'm gonna switch over. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff on my forehead today. It's a good thing it's big because it makes for a great tripod. Why is our one turn signal on, but it's not on, but it's on the dash there? I wonder if we do have an electrical issue, because when I turn the lights on, the motor bogs down a little bit. But anyways, let's see if we can get this old girl moving. Let's go set this cement mixer somewhere. Tight squeeze, tight squeeze. As always, we got the Mountain Dew Major Melon, keeping us well hydrated this morning. Oh, I probably shouldn't have gone this way. Oh well, we're committed. Oh, big bump, big bump. Trailer's still back there. Grab a block here to put behind the wheels so she does not roll down the hill. Get her disconnected. Oh, she is tight. Well, everything's a hammer. All right, we are disconnected. If you guys own one of these, always keep it tilted to the side. That way no water can build up in it if it rains. Now we're gonna go throw this stuff in the dumpster right there. Now days like today are Big Walt's favorite. You can see him right there, as well as the baby goat and Bubbles. Big Walt's probably gonna catch on in a second that we're gonna be doing some yard work. And he's gonna get very excited, you'll see. So I like to back the mini truck up right up to the wall of the backyard. That way anything I do in here, we just throw all the grass clippings, plant clippings, dog poop, whatever it may be, into the mini truck, and then we get it out of here all in one shot. Mowing this grass, it's like, I don't know, 6 to 10 bags on the lawnmower, depending on, you know, how long it's gotten. So if you wanted to walk a bag to the dumpster every time, you'd be doing that 10 times. That would take way too long. As you guys can see, the animals make a mess of this yard. Whether it's their feathers, they find plastic from God knows where. This place just gets trashed. We gotta pick up some dog poop, but I don't like to put dog poop in the bed of the mini truck, just like on the bottom. I like to get a base layer of grass first. So I'm gonna do one quick pass, get a bag full of grass in the lawnmower there, throw that down, and then we stick the poop on top of that. That way it doesn't get all stuck to the mini truck bed. And there's a giant black widow that lives in here in that back corner. He's made webs everywhere. So we're gonna try to avoid him. He keeps running back there and I don't get a chance to kill him. And I don't feel like burning my shed down. So for now, and yes, I own just about every Milwaukee lawn tool that they have, except for their mower. Ain't nothing wrong with a gas powered mower. This thing's been pretty solid. Let's see if she fires up. Clearly I have not mowed the lawn in a while. We couldn't get a first pull out of her, but we get a second pull. You guys can see I ran the lawnmower for all of 30 seconds and Big Walt's already moseying his way on over here. He loves fresh lawn clippings. So he'll come over here, he'll wait, and we'll give him a couple handfuls, keep him happy. What's crazy is he hates loud noises. He hates engine sounds, dirt bikes, anything like that get near him freaks him out. He gets all pissed off. But he loves the sound of the old lawnmower, and I'll actually start walking to, if the mini truck wasn't here, Big Walt's head would be about right here. So we don't get poop on the mini truck bed. I think we're pretty golden there. That should be enough. And then while we're at it, we give a handful to Big Walt down there. Oh, now we get the herd of donkeys coming over. That is what having 2 large dogs looks like right there. Now that we've got all the poop picked up, and I'm sure I missed a turd or 2 in the yard. So we've got our last bag full here. The lawn is all pretty much cut. Typically I'd come in and I'd weed whack first, but one of the downsides to having battery powered stuff, if you are like me and don't remember to charge your batteries, I'm waiting on the batteries for the weed eater to charge over there. I've got a fully charged battery here. This is a high output. It's only a 6.0 though. I've got a couple of 9.0s floating around the ranch somewhere, but don't know where those are. 6.0 should be enough to do what we got to do. It's just some light trimming today. I really love this weed whacker. For being a first gen, I think Milwaukee did a really good job. This would handle pretty much any residential need you would have for it. Now for the fun part. If you guys think the donkeys make a mess, wait till you see what the peacocks do. This is all peacock poop. We're only down to 2 peacocks now. Again, the coyotes have just been crazy this year. We're gonna be taking some action here on the channel in a little bit. I think I've got an idea on something that's gonna help us with our coyote problem. It's gonna be really cool. So we'll be making a video on that at some point, but all we've got left are the 2 peacocks you see right there. Princess, our white one, and then, well, the male over there doesn't have a name. Those 2 peacocks make all of this mess. They hang out at the back door here all day long. God forbid it's mating season, they see their reflection in the mirror, or in the glass, I should say. Then they attack the glass. Like, you'll get like poop smeared up the glass because they've been fighting themselves all day. Like, I don't know, guys. Peacocks they're not the business. These are not bird poops. Like, it's not a pigeon. You're dealing with some hefty birds, and the problem is they poop right outside the glass doors because that's where they hang out. And then, unfortunately, it's rare, but it has happened where like the dogs will come walking in the house, step in the peacock poop, and it's literally like a dog turd, like a fresh one, and smear it on the floor as they step in the house. We regularly, unfortunately, have to pressure wash the crap out of this because just a standard hose is not enough to get that off right there. Like, if you just wash this with a hose, you'll get some of the chunks out, but you're gonna have just white spots everywhere. Let's get the pressure washer fired up here. Now, I was using the electric pressure washer with a 100-foot hose reel. I took that hose reel when we had to basically jet out the culvert that runs underneath the driveway. I have not brought it back. And the reason I bought that pressure washer is that was just gonna be permanently here in the backyard. That way I could use this one elsewhere, and then like I would always have a dedicated pressure washer here because we have to clean up the poop so often. Well, the back patio is all nice and pressure washed, and for those of you that are gonna say it, I do have a surface cleaner here. Unfortunately, with the amount of poop and dirt and stuff that's back here, the surface cleaner is great for breaking it up, but then you still need water to move it off of the patio, and the surface cleaner doesn't put out a lot of volume of water. Now, the fun part of not having concrete or gates all the way around the house is we gotta kind of muscle this thing over that fence right there. So I can't wait until we fully wall this place off, figure out how we're gonna do it, put gates from the front yard to the backyard. Now, because there's so many big pieces, I'm gonna get rid of most of it here first with the pressure washer, then come in with the surface cleaner. Commercial cleaning world, let me know what you think will take this off. So the splatter from the donkeys here is it does not come off. I even used the 0-degree nozzle, which we all know is going to leave marks all over the concrete, and I could not get this staining right here to come off. I don't know if I need some type of degreaser or something, but you guys out there that do commercial pressure washing and cleaning, let me know what you guys think I should try to use on this, because I can clean this all day long and it's still gonna have these little splatters on it. It's not a good look. Now we'll get the trash dumped here. Everything is pretty much cleaned up around the house here. Tomorrow the guys are gonna be back out here working on the stucco work, and then we will jump back on doing some grading. Ran out of time today, gotta run to the shop and do a bunch of work for orders, so we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, this morning we've got the dump trailer hooked back up to the gray OBS. We're gonna be using it to move a little bit of dirt right now. It's not the most efficient way to do it, but without a skid steer, this is what we're gonna have to do. We've got Papa Ryno up working on the guest house wall. Chava's not here today. Papa Ryno is jumping in and doing the brown coat. Since I've kind of been feeling in the like grading mood out here at the ranch, I went ahead and cut back on this hillside. It's gonna be a little hard to see here. So on the other side of the animal pens, this hill used to come to about right here, and you couldn't drive around the side. You used to have to drive all the way up that hill right there, all the way around. And this dirt right here is ideal. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff out here coming up soon. If you guys are into RC cars and all that, we're gonna be building a new RC car track. We're gonna be doing some rock crawling stuff out here with RC cars. Now, what I'm gonna use a dump trailer for is I'm gonna take some of this dirt that we've pulled out of here, because this is really good stuff. It's DG sandy mix, and then we're gonna bring it over here. We're gonna start to fill in all these ruts and stuff that were basically on this side of the animal pen. That's where we worked the other day. And then we're gonna kind of just really grade this area out nice. It is just all washed out. I might as well pull out this horse washing station here. Kind of in a funky spot. I've never really liked it here. And then we'll move these horse mats as well. Hopefully that thing's not cemented in. Probably could have parked a little bit closer. Now remember, we're rolling the gray OBS with no brakes, well, no trailer brakes. May get a little dicey as we're trying to back down that hill. All right, so that's about as much as I want to test this with. But before we bring that over here, let's see if we can yank out this horse wash thing. I don't want to destroy it, because you never know. There might be a chance we need to use something like this, but let's just see if we can give her a little yoink. Hopefully she's just in dirt, not in concrete. Oh, we're looking pretty good. I mean, she's in there deep, if there's no concrete on the bottom of that. We gotta evenly pull it though. We don't wanna just yank and bend these sides. So we just get a little grab around her there with that thumb. She might be in some concrete, or they're like suctioned in from years of water around them. I guess it wasn't in concrete. They were just deep and suctioned in there. All right, we're gonna take this big old monstrosity. We'll go set it over next to these animal pens over here that we're not using. All right, don't fall over. Don't fall over. And all right, not a horrible spot for it. Pick these horse stall mats up. See if we can grab them without putting a hole in them. These things are not light. During the pandemic, these things were like gold for everybody making home gyms. So now we can kind of fill this area in. I wish we could build it up that high, but I think if we do, we're gonna run into more water issues. I think I am gonna go get the Milwaukee pole chainsaw, because I want to cut that limb off and that limb and open this up so I can track back and forth here with the Mini X and not scratch the crap out of the glass or the cab. Cool thing about the Milwaukee platform here is that everything is just quick disconnect. So we're gonna pull off the weed whacker head here, and it's super quick and easy. We're gonna take the chainsaw head here and we will attach this on. The goats must have known that we were talking about cutting down some branches off of here, because they are hanging around and ready. All right, there we go. Now we've got room in the center here to play. Bub seems a little unsure. Bubs, you scared of the chainsaw? Sorry about it. Here, look, we'll put this over here. There we go, buddy. All right, now you can come eat. Come on, Bubs. And then because I believe in the ancient Chinese philosophy of don't struggle unless you have to, we'll just use the Mini X here to move these out of the way. See if we can grab all three at once. There we go. Let's move the OBS here. Now, in my previous video when we were using the dump trailer, one of you mentioned that you pretty much exclusively use the spreader gate instead of having to swing these doors wide open, as long as your material will fit through. Well, that material will fit through, so let's just go for the spreader gate here, and then we don't have to swing these doors wide open. So this basically works like a standard dump truck. It'll just pop out as we go up. It's actually much smarter. Don't know why I didn't think of that. And yes, guys, I will be getting a wireless controller for this. Seems like all the really high-end ones on Amazon are either sold out or discontinued. So if anybody out there has a good idea of a good high-end wireless remote for the dump trailer that's just plug and play, let me know. Papa Ryno's cruising along over here. He's got pretty much everything brown coated quickly, much faster than Chava out here. I went ahead and took another load of dirt over here, much larger load this time. And again, that whole spreader gate thing is a game changer. Definitely speeds this up. So you give me a spreader gate and a wireless remote, shoot, I won't even need a dump truck. Alrighty, well, this entire area is all nice and filled in. There's a couple little high track marks there, but so you guys can see from down here, all those track marks that I left the other day, within a day or so, the donkeys basically knock whatever little high spots you left, they're gonna knock them down, they're gonna knock them flat, and they're gonna basically redistribute the dirt how they want it. So now, we are running down here to fill back in where we had to expose this pipe, and then we're gonna start taking out all this tree stuff and use the dump trailer and move that to our big burn pile. I've gone ahead and moved the truck and dump trailer over to where this tree had fallen down. We're gonna pick up the big trunk here with the Mini X, probably hold it over there, and we'll use the pole saw to cut it into pieces. Try not to get it to swing around too quick when we close it there. There we go. I guess we'll just carry it with us. Why not? Look at this, we don't even have to climb up in there.
Okay, boy.
They're ready for you, they're ready to see you. This is your time to shine. You've already 3 times as fast as Chava. Okay, so we're already going ahead and putting the color coat on. So there's 2 types of finishes here that you're gonna see. On the house right here, it's a very heavy skip trowel. So you can see, I think I've demonstrated this when we did the doors and the windows additions to this this house. So if you guys wanna go back and see what skip trowel looks like getting done. But this is what skip trowel texture is like. It's a little more old school in my opinion, plus it traps a lot of dirt and dust and spider webs. So we went back and forth between actually matching the walls to the skip trowel there or going with a sand finish, which is what you're seeing here. It's a much smoother texture. It's much more modern. You basically put the stucco on and then you sponge it right there. You expose some of the sand, bring it to the surface. It's just a much more modern look. And being that we're already doing the walls a different color for now, again, all of this is probably gonna get painted at some point. I just haven't decided what color I want yet. That's why I opted to go with just kind of a white for the walls for now, as it's just a good base to paint later. Or I fall in love with the white and we end up painting the house white. And then like we brighten things up out here because everything here is brown on brown on brown. Brown house, brown wood, brown dirt, brown trees, like everything's just brown. Okay guys, well, we are going to call it quits for this video and for today. Tomorrow we're gonna come back in, finish stuccoing the rest, but this will give you an idea. It's gonna look a little splotchy right now because it's drying differently, but this brightens this place up a ton. I'm always happy to see progress on the guest house here. We're making this place just so primo. At some point we gotta jump on the main house, but man, what I spent on this house is gonna be like quadruple or more on the big house, and that's gonna get super expensive, so one day. But with that, we're gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want on this side, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.